Chapter 8 Frail. The throbbing squeezed his head, even more so with Kim's exclamation.
I only wanted to go for a walk.
Gunn thought to himself before he told Kim about the situation he was in.
Just listen. Listen to me. I just need you to come into the station to get me out. They won't let me leave without confirming I wasn't trying to kidnap Bo. Yeah. Thanks, man.
He hung up the phone before sitting in the lobby next to Tove. Her eyes tore from her phone, looking at the glowing cuffs.
So he's coming.
Yeah. Shouldn't take him long. Thanks for talking to that guy. How do you know him?
Tove scanned her phone's gallery and showed Gunn a video of the police officer dancing with a woman in traditional wedding attire.
Peon's got 2 left feet, but a good rhythm. Taught him all I know. 2 weeks before the wedding.
Killer 2 weeks. He's sweating everywhere.
He joked, regretting the remark immediately. Her giggle broke the tension.
Yeah, he brushed against death with every puddle his paws made, but he was determined. He couldn't look a fool in front of Jay. She's his world,
she said, with a reflective smile as she turned off the phone. He wasn't sure if it was the sunlight hitting his back or their hips lightly touching, but the way Tove talked about the same cop that was nanoseconds from frying him on the spot felt reminiscently warm.
So you dance and go to school. Not a bad hobby to have.
Oh, it's more than that. I have a dance crew and teach it from time to time. Even won a few awards.
Gunn's face fell, fleshing out how rude he must have sounded. Before he could have his apologies in order, his viridescent friend came into the station. The 3 of them settled on getting some street food before grabbing a bus to the university.
So she just left me there. I don't blame her, but it did not hurt any less.
Kim confided it to both of them. Gunn shook his head.
That's rough, man. But hey, at least you know she's probably not a spy.
Tove frowned, sighing softly.
Isn't that putting the blame on her? If Kim really feels like he's hurt her feelings, regardless if she's a spy, he should take responsibility to rectify the situation.
Kim glanced at the terrier.
But don't cats prefer their space? I don't want to intrude on Woon.
I understand, but here!
She picked up a silkworm pupa in her cup, displaying it to the alien.
You see this pupa? It's unapproachable by most outsiders. Some say that it's a savage snake. Others think it's unsanitary.
She flicked it into her mouth, chewing it happily.
But the right from the people will come. Relish the smell, the crunch, the juices, and take it for what it is. All those frail, judgmental opinions melt away, and you can finally stomach it.
Both were floored by the comparison, Gunn more so. It didn't make sense in context, but he decided to take the bait.
Alright, I'll bite. You're saying he should do something instead of giving her space, so they can get over this bump in the road together. That's all fine and dandy, but what's a silkworm in this situation?
Tough smile as she reached into her bag, pulling out a party flyer for the both of them.
Why not a little dance party at my studio? Nothing like a little cha-cha to melt away adversary.
Friday, October 31st, 3997. The Pepin Punch crew warmly invites you to the first installment of the Gwangju Ghouls and Gags Dance Bash. With our generous donations, we were able to rent out the LJ cafeteria from 6 to 9 before the after party at Heaven's Bowl. Wear your best costumes, bring friends, and have a scary good time. Conga, disco, foxtrot, bunny hop. The fluorescent orange paper could have been free-falling without a parachute, and it would have had the same effect on Gunn. He looked back at the spotted hound, shakily handing the paper back.
Ooh, it's in 3 days? I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna be swamped with homework. Sorry, thank you.
He prattled before Kim grabbed his paper.
You finished your homework for the next week, Gun.
Kim revealed, making Gun flinch from the exposure. Tove tilted his head, reading the heavy-lidded man's tension.
Gun, are you scared of dancing in front of everyone?
No. I just think that perhaps my time would be a little better served doing something a little less communal, that's all.
Kim looked at Tove.
His unfeigned demeanor became conservative quickly, hasn't it?
Tove giggled as Gun blushed, shrinking in his seat.
It sure has. What about you, Kim? Do you want to come to the bash?
Kim nodded eagerly.
On my home planet, dancing was reserved for the most precious of occasions, the act considered to be fortifying, torrid even. Allowing a Versid to take part in such an event is a high honor. But are you sure Woong will agree to go with me?
She is really mad at you. Maybe you should just give her space, like you were going to, right?
Gun deterred before Tove glowered at him.
You're right. But maybe it can be a way to make it up to O. Even if Woong is angry at me, she wouldn't want her little one to miss out on something fun to do.
Tove smiled, petting Kim's arm.
That's all it is after all. Oh, there's our stop. Gun, hail us!
She asked as she pulled out a pen. Gun squeezed through the filtering crowd before he tapped his bus card on the fare box.
Got it,
he muttered, before Tove quickly threw her pen in her bag, tugging Gun out of the sea of people. She waved at Kim on the bus, while Gun was fretted from their grasp lingering so publicly. He quickly pulled his arm to his side, shoving his hands in his jacket.
Let's get to class on time.
Tove was taken aback by his swift actions, but followed alongside him.
Alright, so what's your class?
Operating systems. Xeon Nim's getting to the tail end of thread management, and I need to get all the notes recorded, written out, and recited before I do some troubleshooting later tonight.
How long does that usually take?
Gun looked at her, pulling down his dark bottom lid.
How many wrinkles you see?
He chuckled, before freezing when she came close to his face.
Less than a Sharpay, at least. And I thought grand school was bad.
She leaned away, shaking her head as they started going toward the bottom of the sloped street.
When do you have time to do anything else?
Gun shrugged.
I get Saturdays and Sundays off. Well, if my dad has enough help with deliveries. Then I just play a few games, get takeout, and sleep until I get a phone call. So, what's your class then?
Oh, marketing! I finally settled on being a business major. Arts minor.
Gun raised a brow, never hearing someone get such drastically different majors and minors.
What were you planning to be before?
Tove thought for a while before answering.
Well, first I wanted to get into liberal arts, but I got tired of how one-sided the professors were to political discussions, so I dropped it. Then I tried Asian history, and I liked it for quite a bit. The professor didn't have the best intentions of teaching. Lastly, I picked psycholinguistics. But the more I thought about the impact I'd have, I couldn't follow through and figured business would open up more opportunities.
He did his best to wrap his head around the roundabout of decisions she had to make to get to this point.
I guess as long as you know what you want, you can do whatever. Still, you don't really seem like a suits kind of girl to me.
Tove chuckled, waltzing about.
Many businesses are made from people you'd at least expect every day. Expand your expectations a little, Gun.
She nudged his arm before running down the hill swiftly. Gun shook his head, following moderately behind as they made it to the entrance.
You know, you don't have to dance. You can just hang out with me and the crew until we go to the after party.
Gun raised a brow.
Why do you want me there so bad? Kim can go with Wuong and O if he wants. We're not an ensemble.
Bill rolled her eyes, giving him a smug look.
Free wills if you show up in a costume from 10 to 11.
Gun perked up, grabbing the flyer from her bag.
It's in the LG cafeteria, right?
She took the flyer, pulling out a pen as she used his bag to write on the blank side, before handing it back.
I'll pick you up in a cab.
she said before running to class, then blinked before unfolding the paper, flushing it as he saw she wrote her number on the page.